Hello. I welcome back. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. And hopefully you're now getting the opportunity to recuperate this weekend from all the festivities. So I am coming on to share what I am going to do for my year ahead reading for next year. I was actually going to go live tonight, but I wasn't sure if anybody would be around with it, being the weekend after Christmas and everything. So I just decided to just go ahead and make a video. But I saw Rochelle from Amethyst Ascension do this last year and thought it was a great idea. And since then, I've also seen a video that Lisa Pepez did where she did this last year, and her and Rochelle are both doing it this year. And a lot of other people have done it as well. Those are just, I saw it from Rochelle originally. And that is to take 12 envelopes, one for each month of the year, and blindly pull your cards and put them in the envelope. And then at the beginning, on the first of every month, you can open your envelope and see what cards you got. And I thought that was super fun. And then an amazing friend of mine, trying to pull this out here, who had no idea that I was going to be doing this. I hadn't said anything really to anybody at the time, made me this awesome journal. And she actually did a year ahead reading for me and wrote it down, and then created this journal, a page spread for every month. And then she wrote down, the card that she pulled for me and wrote a description. And then there's this reflection page. And I was so excited. I love this so much. She decorated every page. It's so awesome. She's got some spreads in here. And then, so I was so excited to get this because I already had planned on doing this. And I hadn't, which funny enough, me being a journal maker, I hadn't actually thought about how I was going to record all this and what I was going to do. I hadn't made anything. So I was just like, how perfect was it for her to make this for me? So now, and then also another amazing friend, I've got it here, did a year ahead reading for me as well. So I am going to write what she got. So we've got what this friend pulled for me for the month. Plus I'm going to write what the other friend had for the month. And then when I open my cards, for the month, I'm going to list them as well. And then at the end of the month, come back and write my reflection. So this is so exciting that she made this for me. It's beautiful. I love the layout and how she did everything. And I'm so excited to have a dedicated place to keep all of this together and to be able to reflect in and also look back on. So that is super exciting. If you watch this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it and I love it so much. So what will you need? Well, first of all, you're going to need at least 12 envelopes. You do not have to decorate them. I really don't like my January envelope that much, but I've been tempted to redo it, but then I told myself no. And I also meant to go back and add some more. I was done for the day, but I wasn't fully finished with each one, and I haven't ever had time to go back. But I can always do that throughout the year. And I made these to be reusable, so even next year I can add more to them because I plan on reusing these envelopes every year. And so you're going to need 12 envelopes. You do not have to decorate them. I just felt like it. I think this is my favorite one. And just have to have an envelope that fits the size cards you're using and write the names of the month on it, which also leads me to something that Lisa was doing. Is she's doing this, but then she's also has 13 additional envelopes that she is doing one for each full moon of the year as well. So there's that too, if you want to add that into this or do that instead. Then you're going to want to pick some decks. And you want to keep in mind that they are decks that you're going to want to use in this. However, also they're going to be decks that you won't be able to use all of next year because they will be missing at least 12 cards depending on how you choose to do it. So keep that in mind when you're selecting your decks. Now, different people, I've watched a few different people that have popped up, and different people are doing it different ways. Rochelle picks several decks, Tarot and Oracle, and picks one card from each and puts it in the envelope. Lisa does the same thing, only she also reads Lenormand, so she added a Lenormand in, and with the Lenormand, she picks 3 cards, so it's a 3-card spread from the Lenormand, and then a 1-card pull from each of the other Tarot and Oracle decks. And then, oh man, I forget now, it's been a minute since I saw her new video. I think for the moon, for the full moon, she was maybe picking 3 tarot cards so that would actually be like an actual reading. Like, she picked them and then she put them in the envelope in the right order that she picked them, so that when she takes them out, she has a 3-card reading. She did that for the full moon envelopes. So you can do that either way. You can pick, several tarot cards per envelope, so it's an actual reading when you lay it out, or pick 1 card from each deck and just have it be like your energies or whatever for the month. That's the way I'm choosing to do it. Partially because I have a lot more oracles than I have tarots. I didn't have very many tarot when I selected my decks for this, and so I didn't really, I think I have 4 tarot decks, and 1 or 2 of those I don't use at all. So, however, I recently received a gift. An amazing friend sent a box of old decks that she no longer used anymore, and she hated them just sitting there not being used, and asked it, she said that she wanted to give them to somebody who would appreciate them and enjoy them and use them, and asked if I was interested, and I was like, heck yes. So I have more tarot decks now. However, I'm not going to want to use those because I'm going to want to get to know those over the next year. So I will show those in an upcoming video. So let's start with the one tarot deck I'm using for this, which is the Animal Guides Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. For some reason, this is a tarot deck that I haven't ever used. I don't know why I don't reach for it, but I picked this deck for 2 reasons. One, maybe in doing this helps me connect to this deck. And number 2, I'm getting the tarot card meaning plus the animal guide meaning that's on the card as well. So that, in a sense, kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm getting the tarot card and I'm getting an animal guide, spirit guide, for the month. So I loved that. And it is a beautiful deck. I'm not sure why I don't ever pull for it, but I don't. So, and that's also another reason why I picked it to go in here, because, I'm not going to miss using it because I haven't ever used it. And maybe this, like I said, will help me connect to it. So, that's the deck I'm going to use. I'm going to go ahead and pause it and shuffle and pull a card for each one of my envelopes, each one of the months for next year, and then I'll be back to show you the next deck. All right, I've got all of those cards done. Now on to the next deck. And I think I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, I did go a little crazy selecting decks, and I picked 7 different decks. So I couldn't help it. It's just what I was feeling. So my next one that I picked was the Chakra Wisdom Oracle cards because I thought it would be great. See, I picked so many decks because it was like I wanted to bring in these different energies and things to focus on for the month, And so we've got the tarot, we've got the animal spirit of the month, and now we can pick a chakra to focus on for the month. So these are the backs of the cards. She's on this beautiful journey, serpentine kundalini-like journey from the root to the crown. And then you've got, you know, each chakra has a different color, a different keyword, and then you've got the book entry with a story. So I'm going to go ahead and pick these cards, one for every month, and I'll be back. Right, all the chakra cards are done. Next is my crystal energy for the month. I've got the Crystal Spirits Oracle here by Colette Baron-Reid. I'm keeping all my books out, and I'm going to keep them in my little bag, but put all the boxes with the decks away and just have the books handy in my little bag with my envelopes every month, so it'll be real quick and easy to look up the meaning of a card if I need to. So this is what the Crystal Spirits Oracle looks like. I'm going to pick all my crystal cards for the year and be right back. Crystal energy is all selected for next year, and now we're going to do my goddess cards and pick a goddess energy for next year. I do have the Dark Goddess Oracle on my list, but it didn't work out for me to get it just yet, so that's okay. I do have the Goddesses of the World, Awaken Your Inner Goddess Oracle cards that I'm going to use, and they are gorgeous. And then they have these QR codes on the back that there's a shorter meaning. Oh, I love how I just opened up to Lilith, y'all. Assert yourself boldly. So they have a brief description here, as you can see, but then it has the QR code in the book, and the QR code for each individual goddess has their own QR code on the back of the card you can scan for a much more lengthy, in-depth reading about that goddess. So, and these are just gorgeous. I love the holographic, and then they have the holograph on the holographic, silver holographic. That's what I was trying to say, y'all. Silver rainbow holographic foiling on the borders on the front too. So, and this is just a gorgeous deck as well. I love her. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to select my goddess energy and be right back. Next, I picked the Herbal Astrology Pocket Oracle by Adriana Ayala's artwork by Josephine Clerks for an herbal association for the month. A plant to focus on, whether using it or incorporating the energies of that plant. This is another beautiful little deck. I love it. That's the backs. And then we also have like the planetary astrology aspects as well incorporated in. It'll be, oh, Palo Santo. I love that so much. I'm using my Palo Santo incense. Those handmade incense that I forgot who I got that from now, but I love it. It's my favorite. I've been hoarding that incense. But I decided to pull it out today. So anyway, I'm going to go pick my cards and be back. All right, we're down to our last two decks. This one is the Soul Mirror Oracle. See yourself for a little going within, you know, maybe shadow work, not necessarily shadow work, but some introspection here, you know, do a little work on ourselves. It's a gorgeous deck. This is by Sunshine Connolly, artwork by Anna Nevaez. I don't know if I'm saying that properly. Love the backs. I love, this is my favorite gilding. It's not the gold foil. It's like a matte gold, but it's full of sparkle and shimmer. And I don't know if that comes across, but I love it. I wish more decks did this type. But it is a gorgeous deck. And you have a keyword, okay? But then there's 2 words underneath that are either side of the spectrum. So we have receptivity here, and we have dissatisfied and grateful. So you have 1 word on either side of the spectrum. And so I thought that this would be a great one to work with. Here we have clouded or radiant, you know, so I just thought that this would be a wonderful card to add into the mix as something to think on, focus on, work on, whatever the case may be, depending on the card. Celebration, mournful or joyous. Potential, confined or infinite. But these cards are just gorgeous. So I'm going to do this one next. All right, and our final deck is the Angels and Ancestors Pocket Oracle by Kyle Gray, artwork by Lily Moses. I thought it would be great to add in a monthly message from ancestors and or angels. Here is the backs of the deck. Teal with an owl, you know I love it. But it's another beautiful deck. There's Raphael. We have a special relationship this coming year. We'll just leave it at that. But anyway, gorgeous. Wise one with the owl and the crow or raven. Oh, I love that card. Grow within your current situation. Beautiful. So I'm going to pick the last cards for my envelopes. All right. I have picked all of my cards for next year. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this works out for me and how I like it, or if there's any changes I would make. On the 1st of every month, I'm going to open my envelope and see what cards I got. I would love to hear down below if any of you are planning on doing something like this for next year or something similar. Let me know what your plans are. And if you do something like this, let me know what decks you chose. I'm really curious. If enough of us are doing the same thing or something similar, it might be fun to open them together or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just excited and looking forward to it. And I can't wait to hear what your guys' plans are. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.